If you want to learn how to style and do your pixie cut at home, keep on watching. I'm going to be sharing all the tips and tricks to share how I do my pixie cut at home by myself. One of the most important things is to start off with clean hair. I know this seems like obvious, but it's really serious. Make sure that your hair is really clean. And this is the products that I actually use to relax my hair at home. It is a Firm. It is their sensitive scalp relaxer. I bought it in a pack of 4 or 6, I believe, from Amazon. This is the neutralizing shampoo that I use after I relax my hair, just to get that relaxer out and so that I don't cause any damage to my hair. In this video, I relaxed my hair 2 weeks prior, and this is the rinse that I use. I use Blue Black. Also, I needed to restore my hair because I had just taken my hair out of braids, and this works amazingly if you have really damaged, dry hair, or you just took your hair out of a protective style. Now let's get into how I style my pixie. This Lot of Body setting lotion is honestly like my secret weapon when I do my pixie cut at home. I put this all over my hair. I try not to add too much, but it adds wonderful shine to my hair, and it also keeps my hair wet, which you guys are going to see is super important because sometimes when you go in with just the foaming lotion, it dries down when you're trying to create your mold. So the combination of the two is just phenomenal. Nairobi's foaming lotion is the foaming lotion I've used for years. I love it. It is one of the best products on the market for this particular style. And I put that all over my hair. I'm going to add more, you guys. Sometimes I even add so much foaming lotion that my hair kind of looks white. It is okay as long as your scalp and your hair is clean, it can handle it. But if your hair is not clean and you add a lot of product, it will dry and it will have like little white specks, kind of like dandruff, because it's a lot of product buildup. So be very mindful of that. So I'm going to put that all over my hair. I'm going to comb forward. In the middle of my hair, I'm going to comb the hair that goes forward to the front of my head. And then I'm going to comb the hair backward. Now, once I make sure that I have all the product all over my hair, that's when I can get creative and play around with the mold. I love this part, but honestly, it's one of those things that the more you do it, the easier you'll get with it. So if you do it the first time and it doesn't look the way you intended, it is okay. Just keep practicing. Try not to do this on a day when you have something super important to go to because you might mess up. So essentially how you do this, as you see, I combed all my hair forward. I don't do a part. I kind of just do a little slit on my hairline for the hair that's going to go to the left and then to the right. And then I do small little C-like motion. So it's kind of like a C in one direction, a C in another direction. And that is how I do it. You guys are seeing how I'm going in with the small tooth comb to create that shape. And then sometimes I go in with the rat tail to create a really defined shape. You guys are going to see that in a second. So I really just kind of play around with this. You guys are going to see how I'm going to create my shape and then start over and then create it more. The more you play around with it, the easier. I find that on the times when I might change my hairstyle, like right now I currently have braids, so I might not be doing this style for like a month. When I go back to trying to do this, it's a little bit harder for me to do these molds quickly. But when I'm just exclusively rocking my pixie cut, sometimes I can do this mold in like 10 minutes. In this video, I did it maybe it took me about 20 to 30 minutes to create the mold that I really was going for. So take your time. And I also add in some of that Lot of Body setting lotion into my hair when I just want to add a little bit more hydration to my hair. Also, I wanted to add that this is another day I had to wash my hair and do my mold again because I did not wash my hair properly before doing my hair in the previous clip. Therefore, when my hair dried, it was very flaky and very white because I had a lot of product buildup. So I shared that tip earlier because I learned the hard way when I was trying to do this video for you guys. So right now you guys are seeing me use the rat tail part of the comb, and I'm trying to create a really small little circles, really cute. This is how you're able to create those really small little circles and swirls in your hair. Also, I don't know if you can notice, but do you guys see how much easier it is for me to create half C's and those little waves in the front of my hair now that my hair is washed properly and I don't have as much product buildup? Practice makes progress. Every single time that I do my hair, it's not perfect, but the more I do it, the more comfortable I get and the easier it becomes. So you take your time with this part. I'm basically going to go back and forth a few times until I get like that perfect out C in C look that I'm going for. And then once I'm finished completing all of that, I just comb out the back part of my hair, make it completely flat and straight in the back. Some people like to add some swirlies in the back. I don't, because once my hair is dried, I'm going to go ahead and curl it. You guys are going to see that. And yeah, then I dry it. So I'm going to just let you see how I go back and forth with this process and how it is like. And sometimes I use a photo as a reference. Sometimes Tiana Taylor has an amazing hair mold. Her hair is always super nice when she has a pixie cut. So sometimes I just look at pictures just to kind of give me some inspiration. But other times I just kind of go with the flow, depending on how much hair I have on the side. I might add an extra curl or two. I'll even pop a picture up so you guys can see what I mean. But a lot of this is just kind of trial and error and just going with the flow. Again, I try to make sure that I don't have somewhere super important to go to. I really want to take my time doing this. And there are some times where I don't have a lot of time to give to this. And for whatever reason, the times when I'm in a rush and I'm not thinking too deeply about it is the times where my mold looks amazing. So really try not to put too much pressure on yourself and just go with the flow. Soon, the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll feel. You can kind of do this without putting much thought into it. And now you're going to see how I do the back. I just comb it flat down, nothing crazy. And this is the finished look. This is how my mold looks. These are the little swirlies and curls in the front. And then I'm going to go in with some wrap strips. These are my personal favorite wrap strips because they have a little bit of a stretch to it. And I use that and I just wrap the front. And you're going to see I kind of go crazy with this process. I wrap it towards the front. I wrap it towards the back. I even wrap the middles. I look like I just got a facelift. I do not care. I just want my hair to stay together and look really nice when I take it off. I want my mold to hold strong. There's a lot of people who don't do this process. When I got my hair done in the hair salon, my hairstylist did not do this, but it makes sense to me. So, hey, this is what I do. You can either take this tip and do what I do or do whatever works for you. After this, I go under my overhead dryer. I purchased this on Amazon for roughly around $60. I'll have it linked down below, but I love having this in my house. I do this for about 30, sometimes even 45 minutes. And once it's dry, I go to styling and curling my hair. I use the Nairobi Sheer Shine. I really do not like the smell of this product, but it's a heat protectant and a hair oil. And I really love the Poppin Hair Oil as well. It's really, really good. So I use that on my hair and just kind of break up my mold. You guys are going to see me do that in a second. And then you're going to see how I curl my hair. Personally, when looking at this video back, I wish I would have cut more hair off. I think I have a video here on my channel where I show you how I cut my hair, but sometimes I go in with a razor. I'll pop up a picture of it so you can see it. This razor just kind of adds layers to your hair, and it also thins out your hair in certain areas, which I think is great for a pixie cut. Having shorter hair sometimes adds more body to your pixie cut. Having too much hair in the center of your hair can sometimes make the curling process a little tricky. But anyway, I am breaking down that mold. You guys see how I'm kind of putting my comb through the front part of my mold, but not breaking it apart all the way because I really want to hold the front of my hair the same way that it is. Now I'm going to go in with my flat iron. This flat iron is really small. I'll have it linked down below. I bought it at my local beauty supply store, but I found it on Amazon as well. And I love this to just curl my hair. Nothing crazy with this product. I kind of just twist my wrist and that's how I curl it. I don't have a really crazy curling pattern. I don't do like a swivel or anything like that. So that's what I do. I pretty much curl it to create a little bit of volume or body in the middle part of my hair. And I'm sharing this with you guys because there are some people who like to have more body and more volume with my hair. Personally, for me, I don't. I like my pixie cut to be a little bit more straight or flat, but I add some curls to it because when I wrap my hair up at night and then when I take my hair out, you can still see a little bit of the curls, but it's not super tight and it's not too crazy. I wanted to show this technique because honestly, if you're someone who wants to have a ton of little curls and a lots of body in your hair, you can do everything that I'm doing in this video, but take smaller pieces of hair and just do the same curl all throughout the hair. It is very time consuming. It's not for everybody, but that is how you can create your hair with a lot more curls and a lot more padding. Now this is where I stopped at, but you guys are going to see I'm going to also include another clip where my hair is done another time, and I'm going to show you guys how I really went crazy with adding some curls and adding some body into the back of my hair. And the reason why I do that, for the same reason that I mentioned earlier, because although I'm going to wrap my hair up and it's not going to stay super curled and tight for a long period of time, it's still gonna look a lot nicer than if I don't. Now you guys can see how tight these curls are. Oh my God, it actually brings me back to the days when I used to go to the hair salon and get my hair done at those like old school black hair salons, you know, like the older church ladies who would come and get their hair curled super tight. That's what this reminds me of. It looks crazy, but trust me, once my hair is wrapped up, you guys are gonna see in the next clip, the next day my hair looks super flat, but having that extra curl and that extra body, it just makes my hair look a lot better long term. So I highly suggest, even if you're not someone who wants that super tight curl look, it's just good to curl your hair right after your hair is dried. So this is how I wrap my hair up. I use a satin scarf and I put it all around the perimeter of my hair just to protect those waves or the mold that I created in the front. And then I go along and put a do-rag or a scarf on top. Some people don't do this extra step. I have to do it because if not, my hair in the center is going to get messed up. So while I was doing all of this, I had my Crest white strips in my teeth. Let me know if you guys have any teeth whitening strips that you love. And this is me the very next day unwrapping my hair. Now I slept hard. You guys can see that dent in my hair, but you can go along with a flat iron and just bump that. Or you can run your hands through your hair just to kind of break that up. But this is pretty much the steps that I take to create my pixie cut at home. It is trial and error, but it has worked for me for these past few years. And this is how my hair looked when it was even shorter. Let me know if you guys have any questions down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.